You guys, I have to say, a lot of interesting stuff happens once you decide to enter the new year with no resolutions, no plans to work on yourself, only the intention of trusting your body's own intelligence and providing it with the space and time it needs to just rest and integrate the work you've already done, which is where I'm at. So the last couple of weeks, I have been allowing myself to feel bored again as a way of making my body trust me again. Because I have been overriding it with my mind for years and years. And I love what I have done with my mind because I have been able to make my body, myself, my entire system feel as good as I never thought would be possible, and excited and happy and joyful. But also, what I'm learning now is that I have never truly experienced peace. I haven't known what peace or feeling present feels like until now. And the thing is that I'm learning so much stuff about myself now that I've actually decided to do nothing to learn more about myself, to do nothing to work on myself, but just chill for a while and have no expectations. That is when I seem to be learning more about myself than I've ever done before. Which I think just goes to show that putting my mind on pause and letting my body run the show for a while is really a smart and beautiful thing to do. I'm sorry about the traffic. The thing is, you can hear everything very loudly up here in the mountains when there are cars down there. Because right now I'm at my cabin somewhere in Norway, in the woods, up the mountains, between the fjords. And I just woke up this morning and learned yet another thing about myself, which is, obviously, I must have always had this sense of urgency following me, because now is the first time that I didn't feel it. I feel no sense of urgency, and I cannot remember this feeling. So it must not be a feeling that I'm very used to. Because what I realized is that even here on my cabin, when I've been here to relax and calm down and feel present and feel peace in these wonderful surroundings that I'm in, even then, there has been this sense of urgency. Like I put my alarm to go off early in the morning so that I can make sure I go outside and enjoy the view and enjoy my morning coffee all to myself and do some reflections and make sure that I don't miss the beautiful morning. And quite quickly from there, I start writing down, what do I need to do today? But I think in the moment that it's for a good reason, because I'm thinking I need to get rid of all the stuff cluttering my mind. I need to get things done so that I can catch up with myself later and create the space and time for me to enjoy the present moment, to be present. So I've been thinking, in order to be present, I need to get stuff out of the way and to make room for it and plan for it. We can't plan to meet the present moment later because it's always in the now. But I have just got it the wrong way. And I think that back in the day, which was basically a month ago or so, it was almost necessary for me to make room to find that presence, because my mind was so overactive and I just didn't know how to utilize me time by doing nothing. I spent it wisely. I was productive. I reflected and analyzed and worked on myself, even if I thought I wasn't working on myself. I thought I was just enjoying some me time, but I wasn't. I was thinking, when do we eat breakfast? When do I get these things done? I have to tidy up this. I have to finish my chores. I have to make room for a walk. I have to fill up my day with all of the good stuff to make sure that I get the most out of my day spent here. But of course, now I realize that making plans to feel peace, making plans to find presence, is only over time training my system to believe that there really is no present moment, there really is no peace, because even when thinking about it and wanting to allow myself that, I need to work for it. I need to catch up with myself later. So it's like I'm chasing myself, trying to get things done so that I can land in myself later on the day to make room for this presence. How wrong could I be? Because now, by allowing myself to not put on my alarm when I have a day off, to allow myself to just drink my coffee outside without a pen and paper, without making any lists, without even doing any inner work, without any self-reflection, just staring out, maybe feeling restless for a while, but then allowing it to pass, and just allowing my system to feel bored again. That is when I teach it that peace and presence is not something that I have to work for. It's not a reward that comes after all of the self-work and the outer work. It's just here and now. I don't have to do anything to deserve it. I think that's what I've been thinking. That peace is a result of work. And presence is a result of decluttering my mind to make room for it. But it doesn't have to be like that. So already just a couple of weeks in, by making no plans, by following my gut feeling, my body, my intuition, instead of my routines and my habits, and just resting when I feel like resting, and going outside here to just sit underneath a tree and watch the birds and feel a bit cold, but doing nothing, that is how my body and my mind gets to see that presence and peace is right here, right now, and I don't have to do anything to deserve it, because I need it to feel bored again, for my mind to see that. I'm just gonna pause you for a while because there's a lot of cars coming. I think I needed to allow my body to just do nothing and feel bored and rest for a while, for my system to trust that this is truly how it works. Because the more we try to make room for these good things, these good feelings, this peace, this presence, the more we try to work for it, the more I think we just program our nervous system to believe that there is no such thing, because that is just associating peace and presence with work. It's like a goal to achieve. But that is pretty much the opposite of being truly present in the moment really means, though, isn't it? Because you can't plan for it. You just have to be there when it happens. And I'm just realizing how much I have missed in my life because I haven't been there when it happens. I have been planning. I have been making plans to get there, hoping it happens later. But it's been happening right before my eyes, but I haven't been in my body. So it's like I've been chasing to catch up with myself, to catch a break. But now, after these weeks of just trusting my body and letting my body decide what it wants to do, how it wants to do it, and when, that is when I actually start the day already at home in my body. So then the feeling of needing to chase to catch up with myself is no longer there because I'm already at home in myself. And that is why this sense of urgency is gone. And I think it was impossible for me to realize how much I have been feeling this sense of urgency until it wasn't there anymore. The contrast is huge. Even, I noticed yesterday I was eating a sandwich. And when I eat a sandwich, I notice that it's right in front of me. And what happens when things are right in front of me is that I need to tend to them. I need to finish them. So I just catch myself eating really quickly. And I'm like, what am I doing? There is no, let me enjoy my food. There's nothing to rush. I don't need to reach anything. And that's also when I realized I have been doing this every time I eat. I have been doing this with every task I have. If I see it in front of me, my system reacts with, I need to tend to this. I need to get done with this. So even enjoying a meal has been this urgent thing for me just to finish. Or even when I have been trying to allow myself some space to just settle down to, for example, color. It's like I allow myself 30 minutes to do that, and then I can do other stuff. So even that becomes just this chore to put on my list because I know this is good for me, so I should fill my day with this. Check. That is not training my system to find peace. But the thing is, I never knew what peace was. So I can't blame myself for that. I just laugh about it now. I have known and learned and trained myself to feel joyful, to feel excited, to feel happy, and I'm so grateful for that. But now I see that the next natural step has always been to train myself to be bored so that I can find peace. Because peace, my overactive mind has probably always thought that peace equals restlessness. That boredom equals restlessness. Doing nothing equals restlessness, but it's not the same. Restless is what I have been most of the time when I always have to catch up with myself to catch a break. When I always have to finish my chores in order for me to sit down and enjoy the present moment. That has been the restlessness. This is not restlessness. This is feeling at home in myself, in my body, in my surroundings. For no reason. I think that's my main takeaway. I don't need a reason to feel peace or presence. I don't need to work for it and use it as a reward. I don't need to try to create the perfect moment and the perfect surroundings for it. I just need to be there for it. It sounds so silly when I say it like that, because that's not supposed to be this major aha moment for me. And I think, of course, I've always known this intellectually, but I have never trusted my body enough to make the decisions for me. I've just been overriding it with my mind, with what I've been thinking is the best for me, but my body knows. And instead of me trying to trust my body, now I'm actually allowing my body to trust me. That's what I'm doing by having no plans, by making no resolutions. I'm allowing my body to trust me, that I will follow it, that I will listen to it, that I will give it what it's actually telling me that it wants. Because that's also something I've noticed lately. My body is constantly giving me messages. For example, the thing I notice when I eat really quickly, it's probably always been giving me those messages, but I haven't been there to listen. Or I find myself releasing these deep sighs, like, and then I notice, oh, I haven't been breathing fully. I've been breathing shallow. My stomach is uptight and I'm not relaxing. And just these small little messages from my body all of the time like that. And they've probably always been there, but I haven't listened to it. But now I listen. And I just, several times in the past weeks, I've just put on these warm clothes and walked into the woods or somewhere in my nearby area just to sit down and write nothing, do nothing, reflect on nothing, just be there. Just be there, even if I felt restless, even if I felt the urge to do something else. And now already, after a couple of weeks, I'm seeing the benefits of doing that, because now my body is starting to trust me again. And it is showing me that peace and presence have always been there for me. It's just me that haven't been there for it. So I just wanted to pop in here and say that if you have noticed that you also try to make room for these good feelings, to make room for relaxation, to make room for feeling peace by always working for it, maybe this is your clue to try it the other way around, to try just listening to your body instead of your thoughts, instead of what you intellectually know. Just listen to the small ways your body lets you know what it wants right now, and do it. Because it can open up a whole new world to you. And this peace, I never knew until now that I have never felt it before. And we deserve to feel this peace. And we don't have to work for this peace. That is the main lesson, the main thing I want to share with myself and with you today. Just show up for it. Don't work for it. Don't plan for it. Just allow yourself to do nothing and see where the wind takes you, see where your body takes you. This is where it took me today. Oh, okay, it's very hard to see, but It is beautiful. And I'm so grateful for finding this peace, for letting my body lead me to this peace. And I highly recommend it. Thank you.